was in Chicago, and she's moving back too, so we're all going to be back together.
The mind's eye, scene one, take one.
Here?
Okay.
So you could be looking like straight at my mom.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. With your framing, is the way I'm seated okay?
Yeah, the way you're seated is okay, because it's more like from like here up.
Okay.
All right. So start again. Name and occupation.
I'm Nadia Vaeh, and I'm a singer-songwriter.
So Nadia, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into singing and songwriting?
So I've always been the artsy kid of my family. I always was really drawn to music, and I remember really being a big fan of writing, poetry. I've always been the artsy one in my family, the black sheep, if you will, and I grew up really drawn to music and always creating and casting family members and neighbors into like little productions in my living room. And I really fell in love with poetry in middle school, and my mom really nurtured that. She was a poet. And then found myself in my first rock band in high school, and just kind of from there really loved the whole creating a song from start to finish. And I knew it was my thing. I knew it was what I wanted to do.
So when you got into
No, you're fine.
okay, when you got into actually, how did you sort of walk us through how you got into like your first song being out there? And what,
So before I could get into releasing my first song, I went on a bunch of misadventures, and I, was experimenting with sound. I was doing reggae music at one point, and then later I found myself in a folk project, and I was just making music to make music. I really didn't know what I was doing or if I was ever going to release anything. I just knew I loved the writing process and creation process. And then I got connected with a producer here in Atlanta that was a pop producer. We had a lot of creative differences, so I'm not going to name drop. But we, in that experience, I was able to produce out a song and fully release it. And I fell in love with recording, the recording arts, and actually getting the opportunity to make a finished, polished version of my songs. And from there, I kind of just started reaching out to different producers and experimenting with my voice, and just kind of trying to discover what my sound was going to be. And then I decided to go out to LA, which is where I really found my sound and my team. And my team there has given me the ability to truly cultivate that sound and morph with it and grow and evolve. I mean, not only as an artist, but also spiritually. And yeah, it's been a beautiful experience and growth process.
now you mentioned you had your first song with the recording artist or the agent that helped you out in Atlanta. What was the name of that song?
It was called Addicted. And it was my first full-blown pop production. Wasn't fully me, but I had so much fun creating that, and layering vocals and harmonies. And I learned so much about vocal production, and I became addicted to like making music in that recording arts fashion.
So what would you say your inspirations are that help you make your music?
I would say definitely my mom. She is ever present in my music and in my songwriting. And lots of greats that have come before me. Alanis Morissette, Foo Fighters, The Beatles, Avril Lavigne, Hayley Williams from Paramore, the Eagles. I also was really into reggae, Bob Marley. Nirvana was also a good throwback from my high school days. That shaped me a lot. Really just also the world around me. I draw inspiration from not only my real life experiences, but watching, real life events unfold. Like my song Never Leave the Basement was definitely inspired by our collective experience in pandemic, and having to be online so much and having to communicate solely through Zoom and FaceTimes, and but I can definitely pull inspiration from wherever.
So let's talk a little bit how this past year with COVID, how did that change your music making or did it at all?
Interestingly enough, I was already Zoom songwriting and producing stuff through the interwebs before it was necessary, the only way for a little bit for us. And I kind of just, like, I had a little lull period where I was like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I'm just going to keep making music. This is how I'm going to get through this. So I actually wrote a whole album during pandemic, and I feel like that was my refuge. That was probably what kept my mental health balanced. And I think that because of having the stillness of pandemic, it's probably some of my most honest and real work, and I'm so excited for it to be out next year.
So in terms of collaboration, have you collaborated a lot with different artists? Who have you collaborated with, or what would you say are your most notable collaborations that you work with?
So last June, I put out a song called Rise, where a rapper named Hazel Rose does this amazing verse, which I'm going to attempt to do tonight on stage at Red Light. And she's incredible. She really, I sent her the song, and she wrote this perfect, she took what the meaning of the song was and just nailed it in with no breaths. she just killed it. And that was really fun. And we did that all through the internet. I just sent her the song. She sent me vocals. And I just put out a collaboration with an artist named Danny. And it's a song called One Night. And it's this fun, you can hear both of our influences very clearly in the song. He's very in the pop world, and I'm leaning into this pop rock space. And we were able to conjoin forces and make this kind of one-night stand anthem celebrating LGBTQ and self-expression. And I love it. I'm excited to start performing that one live too soon.
So talking a little bit about philanthropy, you've mentioned that I've noticed that you have a lot involved with human rights, LGBTQ. Tell me a little bit what draws you to those type of philanthropic works.
I'm going to grab a sip and I will tell you all the things. When I started releasing songs, I knew my intention with each song was very specific. This is my story of how I escaped abuse, or I escaped, self-sabotage, or whatever the story may be embodied in the lyrics. And I wanted to take the intention of the song and have it go a step further and align with an organization that also fights for those same issues, whether it be domestic violence or LGBTQ rights. And a lot of the organizations that I've aligned with, they take my song's message a step further. And I love that I'm able to utilize my voice and my music to push these causes a step further. So one of my favorite organizations to work with is HRC. They push forward rights for LGBTQ communities to receive equal health care, equal job opportunities, avoid discrimination in the workplace. The thing that I love about being able to align with these causes with my songs is they're able to take the intention of these songs a step further. And also, it's important in my own healing to be able to give back to not only the things that I've experienced, but things that I've seen my friends go through. Just being able to use my voice for the people that don't have voices or haven't had voices. Very consistently that my song Anxiety has created a lot of impact for different people, because I think it's something that everyone can relate to, especially, even if they couldn't relate to it before 2020, 2020 made it a thing that everyone can resonate with, unfortunately. And it's also one of my favorite songs because it's one of my more vulnerable pieces, so I was able to release a lot through the recording and writing process of it. I had my career level up just because of people really resonating with it. We were all collectively experiencing insane anxiety. But this album is really special. It's some of my most just like, it's literally my brain diary dump. And I think it's because it's from such a true place, I think people are really gonna.
What's the name of the album?
I'm tossing around ideas, so I can't really talk about it yet because I don't want to like be like, this is it, when it's not necessarily it. But something about glass, cellophane, I don't know, we'll see.
Now, I did read on your bio on your website that you pull from sort of your background, you know, the type of music. I believe it was Lisbon, or in that type of realm, that type of music from there. Speak a little bit about how that helps your creative process.
So growing up, I was exposed to so many different types of music. I grew up going to the islands of Curacao, so like very drawn to island rhythms and feels. My dad is Lebanese. I've spent a lot of time in Lebanon, and the music there, just with the kind of melodic, vocal, modulated sounds have always really resonated with me, and that shows up in my song Spellbinding, which I know Andrew's a big fan of. In the bridge, I definitely was like, I felt like I was calling on my ancestors. Like when I was recording that bridge, I was like, come on. And that was, I feel like drawing from my roots in that way is also really just like uplifting.
Now, I noticed that you were in a short film, Dinner for One. Are you looking at going down a film route as well, like in the acting realm, or was that just an experimental?
It was kind of more experimental, just having fun. I was living in Denver at the time, and some friends asked if I would be a part of their short film. Doing my music videos, I've really loved expressing myself in that kind of actor's hat way. So perhaps it's something I try out. I do have a lot of fun with it, and it is a whole other lane of self-expression, which is great. So yeah.
So for you personally, what do you attribute success? How do you attribute your success? Like, what is it for you that makes you feel successful?
I would say just being able to interface with people like you all who have been impacted by my music positively, and to be able to continuously create these songs in my head. And it's not necessarily a monetary thing or like a fan base thing. It's more like coming and doing these shows at Red Light Cafe and then having someone walk up to me at the end and being like, oh my God, like that one song, like when you said this lyric, like that's like I even just got chills saying it because I was thinking of a girl that did that at a show. And that's why I do what I do.
I've seen you've also won some awards. Even, as you said, it's been 2 years. You've won awards in these 2 years. So tell us a little bit about those awards and the songs that were attributed to those awards.
That was very special, and it happened at a really low point. During pandemic, I was awarded for my song Holidays and Confused, which is another song that I feel like is one of my more vulnerable, and it also, is paying tribute to my mom. So having industry people tip their hat to that song was huge for me and an honor. So.
And I noticed that you do a lot of, I guess you could say, advertising or collaborations with Radio Atlantic UK. So do they talk to us a little bit about that? How does that work exactly? How do you work together with them?
So Radio Atlantic actually just picked up Never Leave the Basement, and they've been keeping it on rotation, which is amazing. I've been getting a lot of traction in the UK, which has been really beautiful, and I went there right before pandemic and did some shows, and it was a totally different experience than doing live shows here, because I feel like the way that people in UK consume music and appreciate art is a little different than in the States. I know you all are Canadian, and I feel like it's very similar there too. Like, they really don't look at it as much of a commodity like they do in the States. Yeah, they just put it on rotation, and Super grateful for that, and gonna be headed back to the UK soon. I was supposed to go in September, but I'm thinking because of the Delta variant, we're gonna wait till the top of next year. But it'll be beautiful whenever we can do it. So.
And I know that you had a Leap of Faith tour. Is this, talk to us a little bit about that tour itself and how it got going and what you learned from that tour.
So tonight is the kickoff of the Leap of Faith tour, and it's actually called the Leap of Faith tour because my next song that's coming out August 27th is called Leap of Faith, and it is a gritty song. My vocals are, I would say, very pleading. Like I was like one of the more therapeutic vocal sessions I've done, and very excited about the release of this song. It's going to be a single off of the album that drops next year, and we're planning to. We were going to hit the UK, but instead we're pivoting and we're booking dates in the Southeast and then going to make our way across US back to LA for a Halloween show in LA.
So then on that note, would you also be, because your album's coming up next year, so, and the Leap of Faith right now, I guess, is just a single, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be releasing. So are you planning to do another tour next year once your album comes out to sort of promote that as well?
Oh yeah, that's when I'll probably focus on UK. So next year we'll tour UK for the album. I'll actually be able to get outside of London because when I was there in 2020, I just kind of stayed in London. Hit Manchester. I'm so excited. It's so beautiful there.
So proud of, personally, most proud of in your career?
I would say personally, I am most proud of the growth and the discoveries that I've made as an artist and spiritually. When I look at where I was when I first met Andrew back in Greenville to where I am now, it's just, I'm a better person, I'm a better artist. There's just a lot of shifts that I've been able to make through my songwriting and through working with amazing people.
And I know you mentioned your move to California helped you build your team. So walk us through how you managed to build that team that has brought you here today to be where you're at.
So when I first got to LA, I hit the ground running. I started messaging people on Instagram. I was like, hi, I'm nobody, but please talk to me. And luckily, this amazing mixer and producer out of LA named Tyler Spratt, love you, man, he responded to my message and told me to come by, and I played him some demos. He heard the potential and was like, I think I can work with this. I think I can help you hone your sound. And he ended up taking me on as an artist development project. And he was really the first person that believed in me. And as a result, it kind of domino affected, and I was able to build the rest of my team around that. And we started putting out music in April 2019 and just never stopped.
So last question. In terms of advice for other singer-songwriters that are just starting or thinking about it, what would you say to them that might help them, things that they don't know about, tips for advice?
I would say don't ever give up and put out music even if you don't think it's good. Because where I was when I met you in Greenville, I was not making the music that I knew I wanted to make and that I knew I could make. But I put myself out there, I made myself vulnerable, and I think that there are people out there that will respect that and take a chance on you, which is exactly what happened for me. So put yourself out there, knock on those doors, and don't give up on yourself and believe in yourself.
Do you see a benefit in doing EPs over doing albums, or are you looking to go in the direction more of doing albums and singles?
So as an artist getting their start, I would say starting with singles was a really good move on my part because I've been able to build fan base that way without the pressure of putting out so many songs for people to consume and digest. Now that I'm further along in my career, I really do want to start doing more EPs and albums because I have so many songs built up that I'm just like, I need to get them out. But yeah, singles have been really good for these last couple of years.
Okay. And when you made a transition, you talked about a few years ago, from being Sphinx to Nadia Vaeh, what was the main decision behind that?
So I shed the whole Sphinx thing because I feel like it was kind of a mask. I wasn't able to really connect with myself and my audience. It didn't feel like a true embodiment of me. I think I was in my midlife crisis or something. I don't know. It didn't sit with me, and I'm really glad I decided to just be myself. Fashion, baby.
Yeah, because your videos are very artistic, and you know, I really like the whole creative process behind those videos and your image.
Thank you.
So, is there a style that you are, you know, driven by?
So as far as my aesthetic style, I would say I really love duality. I'm obsessed with like combining things. I've been really into edgy glam, like kind of like rocker meets like old Hollywood vibes. I would say that's where I kind of tend to lean into, is combining those things.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
So, it's a wrap. Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful.
Weird magic, but I'm not mad at it, no. It all feels very dramatic. How you pull me close. Love is spellbinding, flowing in slow motion. I found you in my dreams, got hold of my emotions. This broken heart wide open. This broken heart wide open.
Sounds great out here. We have time if you guys want to do whatever.
Can we do that one again?
Yeah.
There's a little bit funniness after, or like at the bridge, I guess.
I messed up. Heart in the dark, always scared of playing with fire. But something about you's lighting me up. Much of desire, like some kind of weird magic. But I'm not mad at it, no. It all feels very dramatic. How you pull me close. Your love is spellbinding. Falling in slow motion, I found you in my dreams. Got hold of my emotions. This broken
Thanks for bearing with the later start time. I wanted to wait on some very important people to arrive. Clue. Her name's Kathy, but I call her Clue. She's always.
Yeah, the haunt of your touch got me feeling the rush. More than one told me it's time. Go on, read me my rights. I may put up a fight. Oh, it's always a gamble. When I'm nervous, I ramble. Melting like a candle. In your arms, I'm the queen of hearts. Yeah, every time you get me drunk off your wishes on and on. You are twisted, text me when the party's over. Feeling like I'll still come over. I like it heavy, we're kind of messy. Text me when the party's over. I am confessing, you're not the best thing. Feeling like I'll still come over. You've got that sparkle in your eye, hypnotizing on the side. Grab me around the neck, roll the dice and pull the deck, make beauty of my red. Oh, it's always a gamble. When I'm nervous, I ramble. Melting me like a candle. And your arms are the queen of hearts. Yeah, every time you get me drunk off your wishes on and on. You are twisted, text me when the party's over. Feeling like I'll still come over. I look at healthy, we're kind of messy. Text me when the party's over. I am confessing, you're not the best thing. Feeling like I'll still we're kind of messy. I am confessing, you're not the best thing. Thank you. Give it up for this band, though. We got Bridget on the guitar, Will on the drums. This is my first time playing with a band, and we're doing it a little stripped back. For those of you who aren't familiar with my songs, I know it's kind of weird to listen to, 45 minutes of music that you don't know, but super thanks for being here if you're one of those people. And hopefully some of these get stuck in your head. Next up, we're going to hit it with 1,000 Cuts. I've been looking where I shouldn't, taking it like a bullet should know. I want more. I've been making no decisions, going for the vision to know. I want more. You'll definitely relate to this one. I think I wear it on my chest lately. Sometimes I wish it wasn't run of me. Wearing armor for a dress, try to get my head a rest, but it always gets the best of me. Oh, here comes the paranoia, uncomfortably loyal. Oh, gotta tell me that I'm kind, and all I know is forgotten. Flirting in the streets, I guess I like them cold sweats. Head is like a missile, sending out an SOS. Lying to myself, I guess I need some real help. Give myself the best critiques. I'm falling for anxiety. My thoughts are on the run from me. Flirting in the streets, I guess I like them cold sweats. I like the cold sweats, sweat on me. On the outside, try to keep it low key, but on the inside, I'm like please hold me. Wearing armor for a dress, try to get my head a rest, but it always gets the best of me. Oh, here comes the paranoia, uncomfortably wild. Oh, gotta tell me that I'm kind, and all I know is forgotten. Flirting with the stress, I guess I like them cold sweats. Head is like a missile, sending out an SOS. Lying to myself, I guess I need some real help. I give myself the best critique. Falling for anxiety. My thoughts are on the run from me. Flirting with the stress, I guess I like them cold sweats. I like the cold sweats, sweat on me. Sweat on me. Butterflies in my belly, it's loving in the other. Whoa, no. Butterflies in my belly, this loving can't be healthy. Whoa, no. Butterflies in my belly, this loving can't be healthy. Whoa, no. Butterflies in my belly, this loving can't be healthy. Whoa, no. Flirting with the stress, I guess I like the cold sweats. Head is like a missile, sending out an SOS. Lying to myself, I guess I need some real help. I give myself the best critique. I'm falling for anxiety. My thoughts are on the run from me. Flirting with the stress, I guess I like the cold sweats. I like the cold sweats, sweat on me. Thank you. Killing it. A much more fun energy. And these two just rock. Next up, we're gonna play my song Never Leave the Basement. I think we were all feeling that social anxiety coming back into the real world out of pandemic. And this is all those feels. Advertisements grow like pavement. Maxes out like credit cards, don't pay them. Everything is fine. I love myself online. I never have to leave the basement. Won't toss my shoes right off. Try and put my phone down. News won't stop. Taking off my makeup, see my place and stay up. Hey. Pour myself phone for random shit. Sorry, Dad. Every time. Check out the music video for that. My friends and I worked really hard on that one, and it was a lot of fun to make. So this next song, it is about the next part of my journey as an artist and as a person in this human experience, and taking a leap of faith and making changes for the better. This song is fun and angsty, and we're gonna do it right now, so I stop talking. Cozy up lonely in my apartment. Kinda bored, call the fire department. Wishing I was interesting. I could feel my mattress springs, and that's about it. Think it's time to take a risk, I'm gonna start this. Sold all my belongings, done waking up sorry. Dad, all apologies. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. Done waiting. It's too early in the song, yeah. Okay, let's start that pre-chorus again. I'm tough. All my belongings, done waking up sorry. Dad, all apologies in advance. Done waiting and dancing. Tears made my eyes starry. Dad, think it's time to go all in. I need a leap of faith. I don't wanna taste, I want the whole damn icing on the cake. Record-breaking fate, I just wanna feel like. I just wanna feel more than this offspring. There's gotta be more to this stupid life thing. I need a leap of faith. I'm just gonna jump right in. Happier living out my Corolla. Out of gas, but at least I got some donuts. Trying to sell my soul for a dream. Never really been my thing. Too many people out here trying to break a promise. Sold all my belongings, done waking up sorry. Dad, all apologies in advance. Done waiting and dancing. Tears made my eyes starry. I think it's time to go all in. I need a leap of faith. I don't wanna taste, I want the whole damn icing on the cake. Record-breaking fate, I just want feeling. I just wanna feel more than this offspring. There's gotta be more to this stupid life thing. I need a leap of faith. I'm just gonna jump right in. Honesty is everything, and honestly, I'd rather be the winning all on the line. And I can't sleep without doing everything that's focused on my own dreams. I'm going all in tonight. I need a leap of faith. I don't wanna taste, I want the whole damn thing on the cake. Record-breaking fate, I just want feeling. I just wanna feel more than this offspring. There's gotta be more to this stupid life thing. I need a leap of faith. I'm just gonna jump right in. Thank you. So, any Nirvana fans in the house? Nirvana fans? Okay, yeah. I'll say to bed right now. She eyes me like a Pisces when I am awake. makeup. If you guys see makeup artistry in Atlanta, Georgia, this is your queen. Actually, also her sister too. They're both just incredible women and talented. Yes. So, we got a few more songs for y'all. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's hit it with Naked. This is one of the first songs I put out. See the light in my eyes, you try and extract it like honey. But I've been feeling my high, so go on and keep the money. I don't want any part of your clouded vision, 'cause you better make it in this art has precision. For all the sunshine you try to steal away, you'll just find me in the shadow shading away. I'm stripped and stripped down, it's oh so clear now that you're not around. I took a hit, got knocked out cold, but got right back up. You were stealing that fool, so now sip it up. What's in your cup? You poured the glass, now drink it up. I went up in your flames and kept looking back as I fell. But I will look the other way, I can only hope you learn. The way I shake the ash like suns from my wings. You tried to break my heart, but my voice pulled the strings. From all the sunshine you tried to steal away, you'll just find me down in the shadows shading away. I'm barefoot and stripped down, and oh so clear now that you're not around. I took a hit, got knocked out cold, but got right back up. You were stealing that fool, so now sip it up. What's in your cup? You poured the glass, now drink it up. Latest with the flame so wicked, you think that your own face existed. Couldn't see but only green, lost in no silly screams. You live the same dream, I'll be over here, living the dream, living the dream. I'm barefoot and stripped down, and oh so clear now that you're not around. I took a hit, got knocked out cold, but got right back up. You were stealing that fool, so now sip it up. What's in your cup? You poured the glass, now drink it up. Now drink it Yo Yo, one of my first songs I ever released ever. Like legit, did not know what I was doing. But it's a slapper. Falling into winter, like gravity leaves the center of the room, of the room. Thank you, Michael and Ellen, for having us. This has been so fun. It's good to be back. Thanks to this awesome band back here, Bridget and Will. I love you. I'm gonna close it out, and I'm gonna play a song that I actually created with a collaborator of mine that's sitting in the back right there, Jen Fedor. It's a song called A Lot of Energy. But anyways, front row. And then after that, we're gonna play my most recent release called One Night with a collaborator that's not here tonight. But anyways, enjoy, stay, mingle, drink. Love you guys.
See, look, I'll start like this, right? Yeah. And then you focus in on the stage. Yeah? Hold on, your mother's here. Hang on, Mom's in the way. Mom. Get out of the way. Alright, let's... Hang on. Where is it? Alright, let's... Alright, you can go ahead. All right.
Okay, so same pace.
Yep. You could go the same speed. I'll follow. All right. Go ahead. One more time. I'm gonna back up a little bit. All right. And action.